Welcome back to Arkham Reactor, and we've had a reaction quest in, folks. We're doing a reaction request that was sent in by Hold Tight, which I think is like a PR company, something like that, for bands that are in metal and other different types of genres. Here we usually just mainly do metal because that's where the cookie crumbles. Anyway, so we've had a reaction request in to do a fairly probably an unknown band, a fairly new band as well, and they're called New Habits, which they've got some members from Chelsea Grin and I Am Haunted. Is it Haunted? Yep, I Am Haunted, and I've been asked to do reaction requests to the song Lost in the Grey. And you know, if fairly enough, when it comes to reactions and things like that, when it comes to me or Big G, because we're Scottish and because it's just the natural way we are pretty much we're fair in the band, but we're also what was the word you could say? We're brutally honest. That's really what it is. If we like it, we like it. If we don't, we don't, and we'll tell you because Big G, when it came to Amaranth, just didn't like it. And even though Big G lost the recording for what was the band's name again? Just he forgot to record the audio. They do quite a lot of tours. Big G will know who they are. I just didn't like them at all. And if we could recover the audio, we would, because that's when I would just go, it's not my type of thing. Anyway, so this is a fairly new band. I think they were formed around about last year, so 2020, and they've released a few news. This song that we're doing today was released 3 days ago, and I think it's supposed to be, yeah, it started in 2020. Everything that they do is focused on attitude, taking negative viewpoints and turning them into positive, moving on from problem oriented lyrics to solution oriented lyrics. So if you think about it in that way, then you're getting a solution to all your problems in a song. So without any further ado, folks, enough of me talking. The description will have this band's links in it, and it also have the link to the original video without me talking over it. But apart from that, let's go. Circle back to the start. Shifting a paradigm, placing us parallel. We circle back to suffer at the start again. We've been asleep, but now we're waking. Drifted apart along the way. We let go and did some risks that we should take. But I know. We're getting lost in the gray again. I like that. They don't want repentance, feed us resentment, down just to condescend. We don't want a breakthrough, give us a break. Let's pause it right there for a second. We had two voices there, right? And obviously slightly different. the obviously the vocals are slightly different to each other. They can't have the same voice as someone else, but different and more kind of both sharing the limelight in that one, and both sounding together when they're obviously when it comes in the chorus that they're singing together, and I'm surprised. It works really well actually, and the main thing with this song that I'm noticing is the drums just sound amazing. The From what I can hear, the snare is just tuned to near enough the exact way I like my snares tuned, and it's if you listen to it, you can hear it. And the bass drum as well. Oh, it's tuned fucking amazing. But what in there was a few wee kind of small wee pauses, I think, from what I was hearing anyway, and they were microseconds, and that just gives you kind of a nice wee bounce. But it's post-hardcore, folks. That's what you're kind of going to expect, and you're going to expect some slower bits and some heavier bits, and the band just now are absolutely killing it. So without me talking anymore, let's go. Still have a softer this bit. Yeah, drums.
Circle back to the start. Now to take you out to be what they want. Think for yourself.
Another jump.
Standing straight, you liberate what you've lost.
Don't know what.
Don't get lost in the gray again. Circle back to the start. Lost in the gray again. They don't want repentance, feed us resentment. We're getting lost in the gray again. They don't want repentance, feed us resentment. Take down just to condescend. We don't want a breakthrough, give us a break. I think we fell apart, but maybe we've had enough. We still have the heart to take back what we done, or circle back to the start.
Oh, the drums are like that. So let's pause it there, right? Song's done, and first kind of thoughts on the song really is it's an absolutely fantastic song. There's a few, obviously you seen it in there. There's micro wee pauses there, almost. I don't know if you call it kind of genty or something like that, but you know what? You know what I was on about. You would need to know this song basically to get every kind of. Say you were at the show and you were headbanging, right? You would need to kind of know this song inside out basically before you were able to time them, or you would need to listen to enough, maybe 3, 4, 5 times before you get exactly where it was, because even as you seen there, I kind of almost gave up with the head banging because when I listen to metal, that's all I really do is just head bang, and then because that's when you start to feel in the music, you start hearing it, and that's when you kind of get immersed in it almost. But this one, I was a little bit thrown off by the small kind of jumps, but you'll get used to that, and obviously it's the kind of it might be a kind of style or something that New Habits I've obviously heard before and wanted to incorporate into the music, which is absolutely fine by me. I would just need to give this one maybe another few listens to before I get to it. The two vocalists are slightly different from each other, and when obviously Hold Tight says they've got elements of like Bring Me the Horizon in there, I can see a little bits in it, but at the same time, New Habits feel almost like new breath of fresh air into this kind of post-hardcore kind of metalcore kind of scene, which absolutely great. And when you look at the lyrics as well in this song, you know exactly what they're on about. Lyrics underneath is in the description as well of the band, which the song will be in the description of this video anyway. And basically, the highlight of this song for me, and it's not taken away from the vocalists or the other musicians, was the drummer. Everything was tight. It seemed like it was just listening to off by ear. It seemed like everything was on point. And the tuning of the drums, and I don't know if it's just how it's mixed or something like that, or if they've been upscaled. Not too sure what's happened, but the drums just sound absolutely fantastic. And for when you're say a drummer or you start to become a fan, or say for example you start to try out, you learn what drum sounds you like and what drum sounds you don't like. You learn to know your own tuning and things like that as well, just by ear. But that's how the musicians have drum techs, which I am nowhere near one. But the highlight for me was the drummer. The band's definitely, for how recently they've started and what their subscribers is, and how many views their songs are getting, the band's definitely underrated because this is something that I think a lot more people would enjoy. I could see myself, if there was like a Glasgow Underground or something for metalcore, post-hardcore, symphonic metal, anything like that. I could definitely see myself going to one of these and enjoying bands like these. Big G's obviously has obviously heard, being in a band himself, has obviously heard the kind of the bands like this in Northern Ireland. And when you think about it as an overall collective, it's going to be rather you like the bands or you don't like the bands. And New Habits, I want to hear more. So if you're going to release an album, when or if an album's going to re-release, but definitely want to hear it because great start. It's a great start, and that's all I really have to say on New Habits with their song "Lost in the Grey." Music video was, if you've got epilepsy, it might hurt your eyes, but otherwise than that, it was for us. Obviously, it might have been like a smaller budget or something like that. Definitely top quality mixing on the song as well. There wasn't anything bad. Two vocalists kind of contrast together, and they're both taking kind of an even share of the song, which you don't hear often as well. So some exciting stuff coming from New Habits, and if we feel like it, which hopefully we should, we will check out some more of the stuff. For me, just overall to kind of conclude, drums were the highlight for me, and I've got no shame in saying that. So, make sure you check out New Habits. Link will be down in the description below. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share. Give us a thought on what you think about this song, because for me personally, I liked it. Just the wee jumpy bits you're going to have to get obviously used to. But apart from that, see you next one.